Hello, my monstrosities. Hello once again. Today I bring to you a Steam deep dive video. First off, Happy New Year. Pay no attention to the time and date in the corner, as in YouTuber fashion, this had to be recorded before it actually goes up. So, you'll be seeing this in the future, in a different year. Isn't that trippy? But yes, Happy New Year. And I wanted to kind of show you things that are on my radar and give you this opportunity to tell me what should be on mine. I know a lot of us gamers have a backed up Steam library of things that we've never touched, and let's expand on that. So today, I'm going to be looking at the things that are on my wish list for hopefully this year to come out. That's the plan for what I expected them to be, and you can tell me if any of these look interesting to you, and if there's something else that should be coming on the horizon that I should be looking at too. So let's get into it. I'm not going to be going through all of their trailers because who knows how long that video would be. So just something simple. This one struck me as kind of puzzles. You are supposed to be, I'm not going to go through the trailers, but sometimes I will click and just go off the descriptions. This is a narrative first person psycho thriller game that focuses on story, puzzles, and exploration. Find out what's going on inside Walter Thompson and what his dark past at the Notion Bros Circus has to do with it. This, it looked promising from when I saw this at the Horror Game Awards, I think it was, or the Horror Game Fest. It was one of those. So I thought it looked cool. Go ahead and check out the trailer if you want. But hey, I like psychological horror, so I'm down for it. Then, Silk Song. It's coming out eventually, right? So, I'm not gonna be one of the people to press and just ask them to rush out a product, but if Silk Song comes out, that's what we're looking for. Then we have Carnival Hunt. This is another horror ASM, which you'll be like, how can you cheat on DVD like that? Oh my gosh. And it's funny how everybody just claims that each one that comes out is going to be the one to put them under for whatever odd reason. I don't know why they want to, but hey, that's what it is. This also will be taking that role of ASM horror multiplayer, and this strikes me a lot like Identity V. I don't know if you all have played Identity V or just know what that is. That's another horror ASM. And yeah, we'll be looking for Carnival Hunt to see if it's any good. Then we go to Death Ground. This is also one that you can play with friends, where you will be going against dinosaur AI. And for them to get it right, that'll be a task at hand because we all have seen some funky AI that doesn't really do the job at scaring us or providing entertainment with friends, right? Now, hopefully, this takes a Lethal Company route where it's actually pretty solid. Or this could, I'm not going to jinx it, so we'll just leave it at that. Let's hope that it takes the Lethal Company route of being actually fun to play. Then Chili's Art releases games. We're going to be looking to see them release another game. Then we have Alone in the Dark. This I'm actually not going to click on because this is me trying to re-record again because the trailer does something that I'm pretty sure I can't show on YouTube. But Alone in the Dark, it's Lovecraftian. So naturally, I'll probably throw it on my wish list to give it a look out. I like Lovecraftian horror, if you couldn't tell, because it's like psychological and a bit sci-fi. So, yes, I do like Lovecraftian horror, but needless to say, a lot of it is not good. Especially when you have somebody with a detective hat on that usually raises some eyebrows because those typically aren't very hot. So we'll be waiting to see if Alone in the Dark is anything to write home about. Then we go over to Beautiful Light. This is an extraction shooter that claims to be horror. I've seen some things from it. And as you know, I do like Hunt Showdown, so looking for that one to be something. I am looking for something. I would like something else in the genre that lets me have fun, I guess, because man, uh, I don't want to just be stuck playing Valorant and Hunt to get my itch of FPSs and whatnot. So, yeah, hopefully this will be good. I've seen good things from it, but, hey. Then there's No Rest for the Wicked. This is supposed to be a hack and slash. The trailer looked really good. I'll be honest. It was one of those things where the trailer looked insane. And I was like, oh, that looks solid. It looks smooth. So I put it on the wish list. Do I see myself dedicating a lot of time to it? I don't know. I think this might be one that actually I don't know. I'm not going to knock them for my own personal habits, but if you see this come out and you're like, man, I remember Mister put it in his video. He should be super excited. I don't know. Hopefully their marketing matches up to a good game, right? And of course, Little Nightmares 3. I love Little Nightmares. I was heartbroken when I heard that we weren't getting a 3 because studio dissolved and things like that. You all know that I like Little Nightmares around here, or you should. One of my favorite franchises. So, of course, I am excited to see a 3. Yeah, that's it. I just love the series, want to see a 3. Killing Floor 3. Whew. I put it on here. I've never played any of the Killing Floors. I'll be perfectly transparent there. But it looked cool. back back when, so hopefully, as you can see, there was a lot going on that day where I was just adding things, huh? Was this the horror fest? No. What came out that month? I don't remember. Um but yeah, as you can see, that's what I'm looking forward to. And then we have They Are Here, Alien Abduction Horror. Um Alien Abduction Horror is hard to get right. So yeah, I want to see somebody actually do it. So that's where we also have Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game. Old movie. Yeah, this was my champion when it came to this or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I I don't know if maybe my information is outdated, but hopefully we actually see this game come to fruition. That's all I'll say about that one. So, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game. Hopefully we get the game. Hopefully it's something to pass the time. And well, if you haven't seen the movie from way back when, go see it. It's still kind of funny. Yeah, yeah, I'd say it's funny. Then we have Broken Veil. This one also caught my attention. I like the aesthetic. I like the aesthetic, so we'll see what that leads us. This will be an October release, so hopefully we have something to play around the Halloween time. Maybe stream it, maybe just play it, put it on channel, maybe do a review. We'll see what happens when Broken Veil comes out. Then we have Still Wakes the Deep. This is also something that I've heard a lot of other people talk about them looking forward to. I believe this is the one with the janitor, right? Is this the one with the janitor? Or is that something else I'm thinking about? Either way, I'm thinking that this should be worth it. Or was this the one that just had a protagonist that was a little bit different? Off the top of my head, not ringing the bells of why this originally got put onto the list, but I'm hopeful nonetheless. I've heard a lot of people talking about them waiting for this one. 1975, disaster strikes the Beta, Beta, the oil rig off the coast of Scotland. Navigate the collapsing rig to save your crew from an otherworldly horror on the edge of all logic and reality. So, hey, we'll see about that. Then we have Ludo, also another one that everybody wants to see. So, hey, we'll see about it, right? Um, this one definitely. I've seen people play the demo. I'm not a demo type of person, so I think that this it has potential. I think we all think it has potential. We'll see how good Ludo is when it comes out. Hopefully, it's good to the point that I want to actually make a review about it versus, just gameplay. Then we have post trauma. It says cinematic, it says horror. Ah, no, this, here we go. This was the middle aged individual. This is the one that I really like the creature design from what I've seen. Post Trauma is a horror game inspired by genre defining classics of the past decades. Play as Roman, a middle aged train conductor trapped in a terrifying, twisted reality. Explore the unknown, unravel mysteries, and try to survive the unspeakable horrors that lurk in these threatening surroundings. I want to see this one. The creature design looked really good. So let's see that come to us. Then we have Ill, another one that I it looks so good. It looks so good, but I really hope it's not going to do what was that game? Oh, that one game that came out. It was World War. Everybody played it for like 3 seconds. Can't remember. But as you can see, this is another one that looks sickeningly good. I want to enjoy this one. I really hope this one lives up to what I'm seeing on the screen right now, what you're seeing on the screen. So I will definitely be looking for Ill. Then we have the Axis Unseen. This one was, I want to say, open world. Yes, this was the open world one. Okay, The Axis Unseen is a heavy metal horror game created by one of the developers of Skyrim, Starfield, and Fallout. Hunt nightmares monsters from ancient folklore in a mysterious open world, collecting their enhanced sense powers and discovering elemental arrows. Beware the hunter is also the hunted. When I saw this, it reminded me of Pray for the Gods, which is also like Shadow of the Colossus. So I like that style of game. Actually, Pray for the Gods was good times when I was actually streaming consistently. I really enjoyed that. So that's where I guess most of my hope for this comes from. I don't play too many open world games, but hey, I think it looks cool enough, right? Then we'll go to The Lost Wild, something also claiming to have dinosaurs. And you need to survive with horror. So, between The Lost Wild and Death Ground, hopefully we get something good with dinosaur horror. That just seems like something that has been unexplored. Then we have Power Drill Massacre. I put it on here because it was kind of funny. I'll be perfectly transparent. That's why that's on here. Hollow Body also looked good. That's all I can really say about it. If I'm being honest, it just looked good off rip. So yeah, we'll see if it actually lives up. Then Silent Hill 2. Of course, I want to play Silent Hill 2. Do I need to say anything else? I want to see that. Unfollow. I didn't know that this had a demo out. So, let's see. Oh, this is the one that has. I want to say that Was this the one that has the Sphere Hunter as inspiration? I think that's why I put this one on here, because I believe this was supposed to be modeled after the Sphere Hunter. Now, if I'm completely wrong and I'm thinking about a different game, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry if that's not the case, but I'm pretty sure that's why I put this one on here. Don't get me wrong, it looks cool. That's not the only reason, but I'm pretty sure that's how I heard about it. So, we'll be looking for Unfollow. I I think like aesthetics is half the battle with horror games. As long as you don't do something completely jank, right? Like I think you're good after that. So that looks good. Then we have Paranormal Tales. Well, I think it's simple. If you haven't heard about this, and yeah, it has a basic name, we can understand that it'll probably be basic horror. That's not to say that's bad. Sometimes you just need to keep it simple, stupid. So, we'll be seeing if Paranormal Tale is just worth it. The casting of Frank Stone. This is if you didn't watch the Game Awards and you're not up to date with behavior shenanigans. This is supposed to be something involving supermassive games and behavior. The shadow of Frank Stone looms over Cedar Hills, a town forever altered by his violent past. As a group of young friends are about to discover, Stone's blood-soaked legacy cuts deep, leaving scars across families, generations, and the very fabric of reality itself. Now, uh, I'll be honest. I put this on here. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know. I think the thing that's already taking me out for this one is the fact that when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's just OG Trapper. Because if you're familiar with like Trapper's lore and like some of his cosmetics, it just looks like Trapper from, like his backstory. So for them to not say Evan McMillan, I was like, wait, what? And I don't really like when things do that, where it's just like, we're going to give you something very adjacent to what you were expecting. It's just like, oh yeah, that's, and then it's like Steve, and you're like, who the heck is Steve? So I don't know. We'll see about that. Trademarked, so we'll keep an eye out for that one. But I'm not gonna be too upset. I don't have high hopes for it. Subliminal. Everybody's been waiting for Subliminal, so we're waiting for Subliminal. The Bridge Curse to the Extrication. Excuse me. Definitely thought they said extraction for a second there. This also looks kind of intense. I'm not going to get into the trailer, but hopefully it's intense enough. One way. I actually don't remember putting this on here. But it's horror, mystery, single player, story rich puzzle. Interesting. Interesting. I will say, lately I've been debated a lot by some. Like, what was it? Seven Nights Ghost, I think, that ended up being a dating sim too. Now, don't get me wrong, we've played dating sims on this channel. Have I played Sucker for Love yet? Or is that in my library that needs to be played still? I remember. We've played Monster Prom, though, and we've played Hooked on You. So let's not get there. But, sometimes I look at aesthetics that are kind of still right there, and I'm like, don't tell me it's a dating sim. That's the reason we went on that tangent. But one way. Hopefully, it'll be coming my way. But Strange Shadow. This got a 2025 release date. I don't know if that was a pushback or if I just really am hopeful for it. But yeah, Strange Shadow, as you can see, big person over you. I think more games need to really experiment with size when it comes to horror. The Bornless. Interesting FPS horror shooter. Who knows? And then I know that this is the final one on the wish list for upcoming, because that's already out. But Tormented Souls 2, first one's good. If you haven't heard about Tormented Souls, it is like it's like Silent Hill. I do recommend it. Now, I do actually have to play through it myself, but watching other people's playthroughs, I don't remember what happens like verbatim, so I'd have that luxury of going back to something and forgetting enough if time passes, and I'll be like, oh yeah, let's look into Tormented Souls, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's great. So if you see me playing Tormented Souls, maybe on stream or making a video out of it, that'll be doing that. Or maybe I'll just wait until Tormented Souls 2 comes. Tormented Souls 2, excuse me, comes out, and I'll be playing it around that time. So we have fresh memory. But I am looking for Tormented Souls 2. If you like Silent Hill, or pretty much psychological horror in general, you probably will enjoy, and survival horror if you can combine those two. Because I know they're typically together, but you know every now and again you get some survival horror that's pretty far from psychological, and you get psychological that's far from survival. So if you can marry those two together, you'll like Tormented Souls. So that's why I'm also hopeful for Tormented Souls 2. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to come out in the upcoming year. If you think any of these look solid, let me know. I'll put a double stamp on it. Make sure that I actually put it on my radar. And if you haven't seen some of these and want to put them on your radar, there you go. If you're curious about my profile, that is my old icon. Not too old. That was like the third iteration of my logo. So yeah, that was a while ago, but it is me. Um, and also let me know what I should have on this wish list, whether it be horror, whether it be a shooter, uh, RPG, whatever you think that you want to pass on the knowledge that people should be looking out for. Do so in the comments below. And yeah, so we'll see what 2024 brings us. If you like the video, like it. Got a comment for me, comment. And until next time, peace out, my monstrosities.